welcome in to Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. What a night tonight. Play-in tournament. Playoffs 2023 is underway. I got to tell you, man, my Miami Heat let me down tonight. Came out sluggish. Had an opportunity to take away this game early. But when you let these Hawks hang around, eventually they're going to get their wings underneath them and then take it over. So, Miami Heat dropped a big opportunity tonight. But, man, what about the second game in Laker land? Lakers had to win it twice. But we're going to get into that in a minute. Let's talk about it. Welcome back in. Yep, Atlanta Hawks then took down my Heat. Jimmy Butler did what he can do. 21 points. I think he could have done a little more in this game. But like I said, they came in with the cements in their socks, thinking they can come in and scare these Hawks off. That wasn't the case. Hawks came in. They were sluggish. Both teams were kind of sluggish in the beginning. But the second half is when Miami picked it up. They showed a little energy. Seemed like they wanted to get into it and try to get back in this ball game. But like I said, when you allow the game to get away from you and then you try to make it up on the back end, you're not going to have enough energy. You're going to end up losing the ball game. So, Miami Heat has definitely let this one go. Could have easily won this game tonight if they came in thinking about taking care of business. And Bam Adebayo, you got to do better. You got to do better if we're going anywhere. I don't expect us to win a championship this year, but I do expect us to at least get out of the first round. But we're not going to even do that if Bam does not step his game up. Tyler Hero, he's another guy that's going to play a little more consistent. Kyle Lowry had a hell of a game tonight. Old Wily vet, he done dusted off some old wheels and try to get in there and run with the track meet. But he got heart. He's going to bang. He's going to do what he can do. And 33 points from him, you don't expect that from Kyle. Maybe 12 to 15 this late in his career, but he showed up. We're going to get into the stat sheet. Then we'll get to that Laker game. That Laker game, that overtime, should have never went into overtime. First of all, Anthony Davis fouling Mike Conley, on 3-point line. So let's check this out. Yeah, Kyle Lowry, 33 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists for 11 to 16 shooting. Think about what we'll be without his production. You want to talk about a blowout. I mean, it would have been very nasty without Kyle input.
Oh, that's not good.
So that was a good night for him. I'm going to give him, he definitely deserves a star. He definitely deserves a star. Going to get after Kyle Lowry, who steps up big. Next guy we're going to look at is Tyler Hero. Yeah, he had 26 points, 6 rebounds, 2 for 9 for 3, 12 for 23. I know I just got on Tyler Hero. It just seems like, be honest with you, this kind of came when the game was pretty much out of reach. But he got to play better. 12-23, it looks good on paper, but that came kind of late. Game kind of decided a little bit, but you could say he had a good game, but I expect more from him. And he wouldn't even have to score 26 if Bam did what he has to do. So Jimmy Butler, he definitely going to have to pick it up. He only had 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 9 assists. 6 for 19 from the field. He's going to have to get more efficient. You expect that from Jimmy Butler to come in and play more efficient, get to his spots, get to the free throw line. Something he wasn't able to do in this game. Just never could catch a rhythm. Let's see here. We go down to, remember my rule. If you don't get double digits, I don't put you on the big board. I mean, you can't get double digit in points, at least rebounds. You got to have a massive 15 to 20 rebound night and maybe 6 to 8 points. I'll highlight you, but yeah, you can't get in double figures. There's no need to even mention your name. But yeah, look at Bam. Look at Bam. 12 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 for 12 from the field. First of all, he didn't shoot enough. Third of all, he should have got himself involved early. It's just not going to cut it. He has to play better. They going home.
Oh, that's not good.
Definitely going home. Excuse me. Everybody else is singled out. Everybody else is singled out. I got to give Bam Adebayo, Iron Unkind. I have to give Jimmy Butler an Iron Unkind. You know what? I'm going to take it back for Tyler Hero. We're going to give you a star, Tyler Hero. Because it ain't much to look at. I have to give you a star. Because when you look at Bam and you look at Jimmy, not much there. Basically, I'll just say Tyler and Kyle Lowry saved this game from being a massive blowout. But yeah, this stat sheet is nothing to smile about. And knowing my Heat, they should be coming back in this ball game fired up, ready to play, not thinking about the last game. You know, whoever we're going to play, we just got to go BALLS to the wall, if you know what I mean. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like I said before, I didn't expect to win a championship this year or go deep into the playoffs. Just the way we've been playing throughout the season. Just really not consistent. We got heart. Got hell of a culture. We play very well. But it's been inconsistent. Up and down. Up and down. Great games. 1, 2, 3. Lose 4 or 5. Win 3. Lose 2. Inconsistent. And shout out to Udonis Haslem. He'll be retiring at the end of the year. What a comrade. You want to talk about a veteran leader in the locker room who's been with this franchise for a long time. Big ups to UD. No doubt about it. Thank you for your services, sir. Maybe he can say something to him for this next game. He can rile them up. He know those players. He know if they came and ready to go or not. He know their mind. Was they in it? Was they lackadaisical? Which I could see that. So I'm expecting a lot of fire coming from the Heat after this performance. Either that or shake it up a little bit. Give Duncan Robinson a little look. You know, usually we get something out of Oladipo. You know, usually he adds a scoring punch, but he was limited. You know, you can't say nothing about him. He didn't get the minutes that he needed to get involved in this ball game. So you can't put it on him. But I guarantee you, in this next ball game, you're gonna see these guys probably be implemented into the offense. Oladipo might get a better chance. You might get Duncan Robinson. It's Spoelstra will know how to spice it up, shake it up a little bit. We'll see. It's gonna be much needed because this performance tonight against the Atlanta Hawks, very unacceptable. Unacceptable. Let's check out the Hawks box score. Almost afraid to even look at this because at one point they just had a party going. We'll start with Trae Young. Trae Young, he's been under a lot of heat throughout the season. It was a big game. He needed this game. He definitely needed this game. Of course, you know, trade rumors, everything else going around, but, you know, he was able to put in 25 points. You know, 8 rebounds for a little guy, 7 assists. Not bad at all. Couldn't hit the three. He was 1 for 8 from the 3-point line. He was 8 for 19. Oh, that's 8 for 18. Excuse me, from the field. So if you ask him, you say he could have had a better game, explosive game. It wasn't needed. I mean, we'll take 25, 8, and 7 from him all day long. So Trae Young is definitely going to get a star for this game. No doubt about it. Sadiq Bey, 17 points. Don't know too much about that cat, but he had a good game. 17 points, 6 rebounds. That's something you don't expect. And that's what I mean. See, the Miami Heat was known to lean on their defense when the offense hasn't been going well. But it's kind of been scattered around, this past year or so. So if your defense ain't there or it plays when it wants to play and your offense is shot, that's the game right there. That is the game. Congo, he puts in 12 points. 4 and 3, Then Jalen Johnson puts in 10 with 7 rebounds. Underachiever for John Collins. Everything was rolling. He didn't really have to add too much. We'll still give him an iron unkind. But he just pitched in where he could. He had enough help from everybody else. And you got the Dante Murray, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. See, that's a kind of good pedestrian game for him. If Trae Young didn't play the way he played, and you didn't get the help from these other guys, role players, and double figures, then it'll stuck out for John Collins. It'll stuck out bad. It'll stuck out bad for John Collins. It'll stuck out bad for Dante Murray. 18, 5, and 6. That's sweet. That's still a sweet number for him. But it wouldn't have been enough if they didn't get the help from the others. So 14 points. Bogdanovich. Do you know what I mean? So they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players in double figures. That says it all right there. A lot of production. A lot of production. So when you go to the Heat versus the Heat, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 players in double figures. So yeah, the Hawks had a whole lot more support in this ball game. But like I said, man, if the Heat just came out with the energy and, like I say, play like they wanted to win this game, Hawks would have tucked their tails. Could have won this game easily. But the Heat coming in there thinking, they got heat across their chest. They past playoff experience and all this stuff that they just going to tuck their tails and run. Nah. Hawks woke up and they got confidence and game's over. But Heat will learn a lesson from this. No doubt about it. They will learn a lesson from this. Let's get into the doozy that ain't too long just ended. Definitely have to check this out. Let's see. What a game. Ended 108-102 in overtime. Like I said before, this game should have never went into overtime. Anthony Davis running out there, hitting Conley after the ball's gone. shoots a shot right on the side of the backboard, and there's the whistle. And you want to talk about some clutch free throws by Conley? Oh my goodness. Think about that. You got to go to the free throw line with 1/10 on the clock. 3 free throws. You're down by 3. And he goes there and he knocks down all 3 of them. Ice, water. No, we want to reschedule that. We don't want to deal with that. Let's go to, we'll go all the way to 2 on that one. Yeah, that'd be fine. Drop that like that. Okay. Yeah, let's start with these Lakers. Lakers could have, you say the Lakers won this game twice, which they did, but Lakers really should have lost this ball game. Minnesota kind of squandered this thing a little bit. They had a chance to win it also in regulation. So let's check it out. Dennis Schroeder. He thought he had the game winner, Dennis Schroeder, in that corner. Good drive by LeBron James. Found the kick out in the corner. Found Dennis Schroeder there. Drops the 3, thinking it's over. He's like this. It's over. It's the NBA. Ain't never over. It's one thing you'll learn when you cover this game. It's never over. But he puts in 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Dennis Schroeder, he's done his job. As a role player coming in to put up 21 points, he done his job alone. If he just had all zeros and 21 points, Dennis Schroeder done his job. Even though, he got a measly little 2 assists and 4 rebounds, but really he's in there to make things happen. He's there to score the ball, add a little punch where it's needed. Then we go up to LeBron James, the king, or the king. 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. 3 from 6 from the 3-point line, 12 of 21 from the field. This old man still rumbling. He just finds these numbers. Sometimes you look at him throughout the game and you're like, he's barely getting double digits, 10, 12, 13. Then you look up, he can have 30, he can have 40. Just with a little body movement. He just makes things happen. He's all over the floor. Takes his time, finds his spots. But he definitely gets a star. Dennis Schroeder, we won't give him a star, but we're going to say he done his job. He was serviceable and he came ready to play. Austin Reeves, that's another guy who did his job. He 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. 1 for 5 from the 3-point line and 4 for 13 from the field. If you ask him, he would say he had a bad game and he could have played better. But due to who he is, yeah, he's going to come to his own. He's going to be a player in this league for a long time. Love his grit. He fights very hard. But, hey, man, you done your job. I know you wish you could have knocked down a few more shots here and there. But this wasn't on you. You helped out, if anything. You helped seal this win. Hachimura, 12 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He was 2 for 5 from the 3-point line, 3 for 8 from the field. You ask him, he had a bad game. He felt like he could play better if you was to ask him, but he got double digits. Look, all they need was a little help. Just help LeBron out a little bit, help AD out a little bit, and then go from there. So they're not looking for him to score 25, 30. Hachimura, he can do it. But And I won't say it wasn't needed for this game, because if they did, they wouldn't be struggling the way they did and almost losing this game. But he done enough, especially when you get the W. You can't look back on that and say, man, you only scored 12 points. No. You'd have lost. You'd have looked at it and said, yeah, Hachimura, you got to come with it a little bit. But getting a W, it erases everything. It erases everything when you get a W, even your flaws. Anthony Davis, I got to give it up to him tonight. He came, aggressive, ready to play. He's been hearing, people been saying in the news, on Twitter, all the social media accounts. He's been hearing the word soft. He knows all about that, which to me he is soft. He'll get up and play when it's a big game or when the pressure's on or he's been talked about enough. That's when he will come in and play a good game. But consistently throughout the year, you got to kind of shake him up, slap him around a little bit to get him to play. He's got all the talent in the world. We know he can play, but he got that on and off motor. Sometimes it's like he's not into it. He's injury prone, in and out of the lineup. So we know his talent. Scored 24 points, 15 big rebounds, 4 assists. 10 for 19 from the field. He can even do better than that. We know he can do better than that. It was enough tonight. We'll take it. But the Lakers, really don't look for them to go too far. Really don't. They even know that. Deep down in their heart, they know that they're not going to make a serious run for a championship. It's not going to happen. I'm willing to put money on that. That's not going to happen. Luckily, they get out of this play-in tournament. You know what I mean? Get out of that. Then get into the playoffs and see what you're working with. But I say, if they win anything, maybe a first round, if that. If they're going home for sure. And anybody got anything to say about that, just hit me up. Hit me on the email, whatever the case may be. We might can. So that's for the Lakers. That's for the Lakers. We're going to check out these Timberwolves. Man, did they squander something. Lakers almost squandered it, but the Timberwolves did squander it. Wow. I guess we'll start with Alexander Walker. Had 11 points. A guy that you don't really look at to make a big difference, but he got double digits. We'll say that. Got him 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Kareem Prince. Now that's one guy that is not going to show on the stat sheet what he does. He scored 14 points. He got himself 3 rebounds, 4 for 7 from the 3-point line, 5-11 from the field. 4 for 7 from the free throw line. That stands out. That's big. He had 4 threes, especially as a role player like him. But he's a 3-and-D guy. He was all over LeBron James, making it hard for him. And that's why he's so valuable to that team. So he done his job. No doubt about it. He done his job. So hats off to him. Who we got here coming up? Karl-Anthony Towns. That's another guy. Came ready to play. He just didn't have enough volume. Yeah, he was in foul trouble, but I think he'd have started early and often. Things probably could have changed. He was 8 for 12 from the free throw line. Not free throw line, from the field. When you 8 for 12 from the field, you need more volume. You need more shots. That's not enough. 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 24 points. Good stat line. But could have been monstrous. The way he was rolling at one point, he could have had 35 to 40 points. Do you hear what I'm saying? 17 to 20 rebounds. More from the field. Maybe 14, 15, for 21, 28, from the field. He could have been on that path. But like I said, he was in foul trouble, knocked him out of rhythm a little bit. But he came ready to play. Karl came ready to play. Mike Conley. Well, I remember when Mike Conley was with the Grizzlies. and he signed for that big contract. At that time, it was one of the biggest contracts in the league that they paid this guy. Might have been the first over 100 and something million, 107 million. I forgot what it was. It was somewhere in that range. Might have been more than that. I got to go back and check it out. But they paid Conley. And they paid him right before, the agreement was coming in to where the big money was coming in. So it was like, we better seal this guy down now. Rather pay him 100 and something million than actually paying him 200 and something million. Yes, had to come back in. Unbelievable. I don't know what happened. Like we had a meltdown. But yeah, let me cut this short. I don't know what's going on. Wires are burning. Things are sizzling. But yeah, Miami Heat know what they got to do. They got to come in more assertive. They got to play their game, come in, put the foot on the Knicks early. Don't play around with this team and just go with it. The Hawks got away with one tonight. We played around. They took it over. Lakers, y'all know what y'all got to do. I'm not no Laker fan, but they're going to be looking at film. And they're going to look at this and they're going to say, yeah, we won this game, but we could have easily squandered it away to the Minnesota Timberwolves off bonehead mistakes and turnovers. Timberwolves, young gun team, they're going to learn from it as well. They're going to know when you got an old dog down, you got to keep him down. Because when y'all running and high flying and everything was looking fancy and cute, should have kept that. Y'all allowed these old dogs to walk it down, and when it turns into one of them slow games, you know what's going to happen. The experience is going to hurt you bad. This is Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. It's late. The wires are sizzling. And we're going to get out of here. This is Goodymo the Warden, baby. And I'm out. Peace.